No mai haere mai and welcome to 3 News. Israel has today killed 500 people and wounded 1,600 more as its airstrikes pounded what it says were 1,300 Hezbollah positions in southern Lebanon. It was the deadliest day by far there since Hezbollah sided with Hamas in the fallout from the October the 7th massacre. Israel's Defence Force, the IDF, says the airstrikes against Hezbollah in Lebanon were targeting weapons stores of rockets and other missiles. Many, they say, were housed in or near residential buildings, and that Israel warned civilians to evacuate. While faring worse is yet to come, the US is bolstering the 40,000 troops it already has in the Middle East. President Joe Biden today announced the US would recognise the United Arab Emirates as a major defence partner after meeting the country's president, adding that he still had faith in the peace process and that he could attain a ceasefire.
If I ever said it's not realistic, we might as well leave. A lot of things don't look realistic until we get them done. We have to keep at it. Thank you.
Well, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs is urging New Zealanders in Lebanon to leave the country now. Our senior political correspondent, Jenna Lynch, joins us with more on this. Jenna, what has the government had to say to Kiwis overseas?
So there are currently 28 New Zealanders registered in Lebanon, and as you mentioned, MFAT is advising that they leave right now while there are still commercial options available to get them out of there. If they choose not to use those commercial options, MFAT is warning that they may need to shelter in place, be prepared to shelter in place for an extended period of time, because New Zealand's ability to provide assistance is extremely limited. The escalation in the Middle East over recent months has drawn escalating levels of response from the New Zealand government. The latest, last week, New Zealand voted in support of a UN resolution affirming the International Court of Justice's opinion that Israel's presence in the occupied Palestinian territory was unlawful. Now, that has caused some consternation among coalition partners. ACT has called it a controversial decision and is upset it wasn't consulted.
We are compelled to support our government's position, and we always do that, but it's easier to do that if we can be involved in the decision making, which is generally the way it goes. But I understand, you're a minister, you get a phone call in the middle of the night, a vote's happening on the other side of the world, sometimes you've got to move fast.
Now, currently, Foreign Minister Winston Peters is on the other side of the world in New York, preparing to attend the UN General Assembly meetings. A spokesperson sent us a statement on his behalf, which puts David Seymour right back in his place. It says there's no change in New Zealand's policy settings in relation to the Middle East peace process. The Minister of Foreign Affairs does not consult with coalition partners on the literally hundreds of UN General Assembly resolutions that are considered each year that are within established foreign policy settings.
OK, Jenna, live from Parliament, thanks so much.